మా స్కూల్ సైన్స్ ఫేర్ కు లిమ్కా బుక్ ఆఫ్ రికార్డ్ సాధించింది.
నా పెద్ద మనవరాల్ని అన్ని వసతులతో క్వాలిటీ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ అందిస్తున్న స్కూల్లోనే జాయిన్ చేశాను.
ఏ స్కూల్ సార్ అది?
ఉల్లంపర్రు మాంటిసరీ స్కూల్. క్వాలిటీ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ లో నెంబర్ 1, కల్చరల్ యాక్టివిటీస్ లో నెంబర్ 1, స్పోర్ట్స్ లో నెంబర్ 1, క్యాంపస్ లో నెంబర్ 1.
చదువులో, తెలివితేటల్లో, ఆలోచన విధానంలో, నాయకత్వ లక్షణాల్లో వారు ఏ రంగంలో ముందున్నారో గుర్తించి విజేతలుగా నిలపడమే ఉల్లంపర్రు మాంటిసోరీస్ ప్రత్యేకత. పాలకొల్లు పట్టణంలో ఉన్నత విద్యతో పాటు భవిష్యత్తులో బాగా సెటిల్ అవుతున్న వారిలో అత్యధికులు ఉల్లంపర్రు మాంటిసోరీస్ విద్యార్థులే.
ఇలా అన్ని ఉన్న చోట మన పిల్లల్ని చదివిస్తేనే వాళ్ళకి మంచి భవిష్యత్తు ఉంటుంది.
ఇక నుండి ఏ పిఆర్ఓ చెప్పినా వినను. ఉల్లంపర్రు మాంటిసోరీస్ లోనే చదివిస్తాను.
మీ పిల్లల బంగారు భవిష్యత్తుకు మాది బాధ్యత.
అడ్మిషన్ల కొరకు సంప్రదించండి. మాంటిసోరీస్ విద్యా సంస్థలు ఉల్లంపర్రు. ఫోన్ 222206. బ్రాంచెస్ రామారావుపేట. ఫోన్ 224200. కొడిగట్టు. ఫోన్ 228800.
Good morning children, this is Manohari from Ullamparru Montessori's. Today I want to explain sexual reproduction in plants. See, so many types of plants we are observing in our surroundings. So many types of plants will be there. The big plants in Himalayas, some of the plants they live in deserts, some of the plants they live in marshy lands. So many types of plants live in different, so many areas, in different, so many climatic conditions. Then how do they reproduce? They reproduce by seeds. How the seeds formed in the plant? How do the seeds form in the plants? See now, we will observe the parts of a plant. What are the parts of a plant? Suppose so many types of flowers will be there. The unisexual flowers will be there, bisexual flowers will be there. Now we observe the bisexual flower like datura, parts of a plant. If you observe the LS part of the plant, longitudinal section of a plant, we see the stamen, we see the carpel, next stamen, sepal, petal, ovary. What are the parts of the plant? Ovary will be there, sepals will be there, stamens will be there, petals will be there, carpels will be there. What is the function of the ovary? To produce ovules. What is the function of the sepal? To protect the floral parts of the plant and ovary. Sepals they protect the ovary. And then what are the petals? Petals means the flower. Petals means the flower. They are having so many types of flowers will be there. They are having so many types of petals. Means what is the use of the petals? And they are having attractive colors. What is the use of the colors? To attract the insects for the process of pollination. Then they are having carpels and they are having stamens. Stamen is the male reproductive part of the flower and carpel is the female reproductive part of the flower. Carpel is called as gynoecium. Stamen is called as androecium. Stamen, male reproductive part of the flower, called as androecium. Then carpel, female reproductive part of the flower, called as gynoecium. Then now we see what are the parts of a carpel. What are the parts of a carpel? Stigma will be there, style, ovary. What is the function of stigma? Now we see what is the function of stigma, what is the function of style, and what is the function of ovary. The whole part of this diagram is called as carpel, and this is the female reproductive part called as gynoecium. And this carpel, how many parts are there? Stigma is there, style is there, ovary is there. Stigma is for the attraction of the pollen grain, for the attraction of the pollen grain. Then whenever the pollen grain reaches the stigma, it follows this tube style and travels through style and comes to the ovary. Then the process of fertilization takes place. Then the zygote will form. Now we see, again I will remind this diagram. LS of flower, sepals, petals, stamens, carpel, ovary, and then stamen is the male reproductive part called as androecium. Carpel is the female reproductive part, is called as gynoecium. And then carpel is having again three parts: stigma, style, ovary. Stigma is for to reach the pollen grain. Style is for to travel the pollen grain. It is a tube-like structure to travel the pollen grain to ovary for the process of fertilization. Okay, children. Now we see what are unisexual flowers and what are bisexual flowers. What are the sexes, male sexes and female sexes of the flower? Stamens and carpels. Stamens and carpels are same flower, are present, they are present on the same flower. Those flowers are called as bisexual flowers. Unisexual flowers means if there are different flowers, the stamens are one flower and the carpels are on another flower, they are called as unisexual flowers. If the stamens and carpels are present on the same flower itself, are called as bisexual flower. See this, children, this is the pomegranate flower. Pomegranate flower is the bisexual flower. Why do we call it as bisexual flower? Because the stamens and carpels are both are there in the flower itself, same flower itself. See, if you see this flower, the ovary, you can see the ovary clearly here. At the edge of this flower, the ovary is here, the sepals are there, the stamens are, the carpels are there, and the stamens are there here. See, whole flower will be there. See, this is the bisexual flower. Why do we call it as bisexual flower? Means both the stamens and carpels are there in the same flower itself. See, this is the having petals with attractive color for the process of pollination. They are having attractive color to your insect, to attract insects. It is having attractive color for the process of pollination. It is a pomegranate is a bisexual flower, and the datura is also a bisexual flower. Examples of bisexual flowers you can write datura and this pomegranate also you can write. The flowers are having either stamens or carpels in it. It is called as unisexual flowers. These are the 1 mark questions, children. What are unisexual flowers? What are bisexual flowers? Unisexual flowers means either the flowers are having stamens, either stamens are, the carpels are unisexual flowers. If the flowers are having both stamens and carpels are bisexual flowers. Now we see what is cross-pollination and what is self-pollination. Okay, children, now we see what is pollination. We know that whenever the male reproductive cell will reach the female cell, then the process of fertilization takes place, then the zygote will form. For this process, the pollination, the cross-pollination should be takes place. Cross-pollination or self-pollination. Now we see what is cross-pollination and what is self-pollination. Self-pollination, first we see self-pollination. What is self-pollination? What is the male reproductive part? Stamen. Then female reproductive cell, carpel. Whenever they reach, the reproductive cells of stamen or carpel are carried to female reproductive cell of carpel of the same flower. Both stamen and carpel are on both same flower. This is called as self-pollination. Male reproductive cell of stamen carried to female reproductive cell of the carpel. Then the process of self-pollination will take place. This mainly usually we see in pea family. Self-pollination we usually see in pea family. Whereas cross-pollination, what is cross-pollination? Cross-pollination means male reproductive cells of stamen carried to female reproductive cell of the carpel on the same plant or on different plant of the same species is called as cross-pollination. That should be the pollination should be on the same plant itself, otherwise on the different plant. The pollination may reach, the pollen grains may reach the another plant of the plant, another flower of the plant of the same species. Means if there are two mango trees are there are two plants but they belong to same species. The pollen grain of one plant may reach to the next plant, then the process of fertilization may take place. This is called as cross-pollination. What is the difference between the self-pollination and cross-pollination means? Self-pollination means on the same flower itself, the process of pollination takes place. It is called as self-pollination. Otherwise, cross-pollination means the stamen may reach the carpel on the same plant itself. Otherwise, the next plant of the same species is called as cross-pollination. So many plants will be there like that. Cross-pollination is two types of mango trees, two types of two plants of mango, otherwise two plants of guava. So many plants will be there like this. Okay children, so many flowers they are having yellow color powdery substance will be there in the flower. Mostly usually see in hibiscus plants, yellow color pollen grains will be there. What do you call them? Powdery substance which is present on the flowers is called as pollen grains, which is called as male reproductive cell. See, this is the pomegranate flower and see this pollen grains children. These are the pollen grains. These are the pollen grains. See, a droplet structures, these are powdery substance. If you observe these pollen grains, this is the structure of pollen grain. This is the pollen tube. And in this pollen tube, how many nucleus will be there? Two nucleus. 1, 2. Which takes place a very important role in the process of fertilization. These two nuclei which are present in the pollen tube takes place very important role in the process of fertilization. Whenever the pollen tube germinates, usually you see the pollen grains means like this only. Whenever the pollen tube germinates means whenever the pollen grain reaches the stigma of the carpel. This of the stigma of the carpel. What is stigma of the carpel? Male and female reproductive cell. Stigma of the carpel is a female reproductive cell. Whenever the pollen tube germinates, whenever it reaches the stigma of the carpel, the pollen tube germinates. This is the structure of pollen grain and a pollen tube. This pollen tube is having two nucleus which plays an important role in the process of fertilization of a flower. Okay children, till now what we have observed? We have observed the structure of pollen grain. Now we observe the structure of ovule. What is a ovule? Ovule is a egg-shaped structure which is attached to the stalk which is present in the ovary. What is a ovule? Ovule is a egg-shaped structure attached to the stalk which is present in the ovary. And where it is present in the ovary, and this is stigma on this type ovary. In this ovary, ovule will be present. And ovules is having gametophytic cell. Ovule contains gametophytic cell. All this ovule in this here where will be present means in this embryo sac will be present. Ovules and ovary all these are present in the embryo sac. What will be embryo sac contains? Embryo sac contains food and water for this ovule. Embryo sac contains food and water for this ovule. All these are present in gametophytic cells. These are having gametophytic cells. So then, what is the function of stigma? We already learned that the female reproductive cell of a flower is a carpel. It is having stigma, style and ovary. Stigma, what is the function of stigma means? It is what it will do whenever the pollen grain reaches the stigma. The cells of the stigma release a sugary juice that what you call it as nectar. Then it reaches to further germination of pollen grain. I already told you that whenever pollen grain reaches the stigma, a pollen tube will arises. That pollen tube is having two nucleus. One is where we will see after that two nucleus. For the germination of the nectar which is released by this stigma, the sugary juice which is released by this stigma is useful for the germination of pollen tube from the pollen grain, and it reaches through style, it travels through style and reaches the ovary. Then it is having gametophytic cells and embryo sac. Embryo sac it will filled with food and water, and it is having gametophytic cells. Embryo sac composed of gametophytic cells. What will be there in this embryo sac? Means gametophytic cells. How many cells will be there? Means 7 cells and 8 nuclei. See, 7 cells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cells. 8 nuclei. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 nuclei. See, the cells which are these are called as antipodals, and at the base of the ovule, X cell will be there. The side of the side cells are called as synrigids, and this cell which is having 2 nuclei are called as polar nuclei. See, what will happen here? This is the stigma. This is the stigma. Whenever the pollen grain reach the stigma, what will happen here? The pollen tube germinate here. How many nucleus will be there in the pollen tube? 2 nuclei will be there. Then, whenever the stigma release a chori juice, then the pollen tube germinates and it travels through carpel, travels through style, and reach the base of the ovule and reach the egg cell. At the center of at the base of the ovule, the egg cell will be there. Then the zygote will form. Whenever the fusion of one of the polar nucleus form nucleus with the polar nucleus with this egg cell, what will happen? The fertilization takes place and the egg cell zygote will form. Then one of the cell in the embryo sac, one of the cell is having 2 nucleus will be there. Then they combine to form fusion nucleus. They combine. Whenever the fertilization takes place, the 2 nucleus will combine and a fusion nucleus will form. Then what will happen? One of the nucleus of the pollen grain reach the egg cell. Other cell reach this fusion nucleus. What it will form here? Here zygote, fertilization takes place and the zygote will form. Here the endosperm, further formation of endosperm will take place here. One of the first nucleus fuses here and forms the zygote. Second nucleus of the pollen tube combines with the fusion nucleus of the gametophytic cell and forms the endosperm. See children, one of the how many nuclei will be there? There are 2 nuclei will be there in the pollen tube. Whenever the pollen grain reaches the whole concept is here only the children. Whenever the pollen grain reaches the stigma of the flower, the pollen tube germinates and travels through the style to the egg cell of the ovule. Then one of the nucleus of the pollen tube fuses with this egg cell and forms zygote. Whenever it fuses with the egg cell and the formation of zygote takes place, the 2 nuclei which are there in the pollen tube, polar nucleus fuses to form fusion nucleus, and the next nucleus which is there in the pollen grain fuses with the fusion nucleus and forms endosperm. See how many types of fertilization takes place here? 2 types. One is with the egg cell and another one is with the fusion nucleus. So 2 types of fertilization takes place here. This is called as double fertilization. What is double fertilization? Double fertilization means fertilization with one of the nucleus with the egg cell and another nucleus with the fusion nucleus is called as fertilization. How many types of fertilization taking place here means 2 times. So this is called as double fertilization. After fertilization, what will happen, children? Ovule increases in size and the formation of endosperm will take place by the process of mitosis. Mitosis means division of cells. By the process of mitosis, the endosperm develops and then the size of the ovules increases and the embryo forms, which is present in the ovary. The embryo forms the epicotyl and the hypocotyl. What is epicotyl and hypocotyl? Epicotyl, suppose these are the seeds. This is the radical, this is the plumule. See, the place between the plumule and the seed cotyledon is called as epicotyl, and this radical and this the place between the radical and the stalk-like structure is called as hypocotyl. Epicotyl means where it will grow? Above the ground. Epicotyl means above the ground it will grow, and the seed will come up. Epicotyl means hypocotyl means the seed will grow below the ground, only the plant will come up to the above the ground. Here, from where do they form? Epicotyl and hypocotyl, they formed from the embryo. Epicotyl and hypocotyl, they formed from the embryo. And what they will do? What is the function of this radical? What is the function of these cotyledons? What do they do? What do they do means they store the food and supply the food to the plumule. From the plumule and from the radical, what do we get? We get the new plant. This is the seed of a mango. What is this actually? This is a ovule. This is a ovary. This is ovule. What will be there in this? Cotyledons will be there. What is the use of the cotyledons? Cotyledons which are present in the seed are useful for the store food for the plant, baby plant, which is hidden inside the seed. Ovules store food in the form of cotyledons. They store food in the seeds for the plants, for the baby plants. The seed produce a seedling whenever the conditions are favorable. See, is called as germination. Getting of seedling from a seed, from a ovule, is called as germination. See, whenever the process of fertilization takes place, the zygote will form. After the development of the zygote, the embryo will form, and then from this embryo, what we will get? A simple fruit. Fruit and all will get. Ovules and fruit will get. Then from this fruit, what do we get? Children, seed. Whenever we sow the seeds in the soil, the germinate from the plant, plumule and the radical will get the germination. The seedling will come. From this from this germination of the plant, what do we get? Seedlings will get. Of this seedling, then what will happen? Mature plant. The branches will come, the flowers will come, the fruits will come. Then well-developed root system will formed below the soil. The root system, the developed root system will form, and the developed shoot system will formed in this plant. See, so many stages will be there. Fertilization. In this fertilization, zygote, formation of zygote. After zygote, development of zygote, embryo will develop. When after this embryo development, fruit also will develop. From this fruit, what do we get? We get seeds. When we sow the seeds, the process of germination takes place. After germinating the seed, what do we get? We get seedlings. Then a mature plant will develop.
In the flower, stamen is the male reproductive part, while carpel is the female reproductive part. Some flowers contain both male and female reproductive parts. Such flowers are called bisexual flowers. For example, pea, China rose, etc. On the other hand, some flowers possess either the male or the female reproductive parts. Such flowers are called unisexual flowers. For example, corn, cucumber, etc. Now let us know about the different parts that make up a stamen and a carpel. A stamen is made of two main parts, anther and filament. The anther produces pollen grains. It is the pollen grain that contains the male gametes. A carpel, on the other hand, is made up of three parts. The terminal part is called the stigma. The middle elongated part is the style, and the swollen bottom part is the ovary. Inside the ovary, ovules are present. It is the ovule that has the female gamete called the egg cell. For sexual reproduction to take place, a male gamete is to be fused with the female gamete, thereby forming a zygote. Now for that, the male gametes have to reach the female gametes. For this, first a pollen grain carrying the male gametes is transferred from the stamen of a flower to the stigma of the same or the other flower. Such transfer of pollen grains is known as pollination. If the pollen grain of a flower lands on the stigma of the same flower, it is called self-pollination. But if the pollen grain of a flower lands on the stigma of another flower of the same or another plant of the same type, it is called cross-pollination. Pollination occurs with the help of different agents like wind, water, or animals. Once a pollen grain reaches the stigma of a suitable flower, a tube grows from the pollen grain. This tube travels through the style and reaches the ovary. The male gamete from the pollen travels in this tube and reaches to the female gamete present in the ovule of the ovary. After that, the male and the female gamete fuse together to form the zygote. This process of fusion of male and female gametes is called fertilization. The zygote formed after the fertilization then divides several times to form an embryo inside the ovule. The ovule develops a tough coat and changes to a seed.
Okay children, today what we have learned, parts of a flower, unisexual flowers, about bisexual flowers, self-pollination, cross-pollination, structure of ovule, then structure of pollen grain, then how does the process of fertilization takes place in plants. We have learned all these things and we'll get so many 1 mark questions. And then this is also how does the process of fertilization takes place. This is 4 mark question also children. So prepare well and thank you children. Have a nice day.
ఉల్లంపూర్ మాన్సో స్కూల్లో అటు డిజీ క్లాసులు ఇటు ఐఐటి క్లాసులు సమర్థవంతంగా నిర్వహిస్తున్నారు. ఈ స్కూల్ నుండి 10 మంది డాక్టర్లు, 8 మంది చార్టర్డ్ అకౌంట్లు, అనేక మంది ఐఐటి ఎన్ఐటిలో చదివిన ఇంజనీర్లు ఉన్నారు. అంతేకాదు ఈ విద్యా సంస్థల్లో 10 రకాల కాంపిటీషన్ ఎగ్జామ్స్లోని విజయకేతలు ఎగరేశారు. 4 స్టేట్ ఫస్ట్లు, 40 టాప్ 10 ర్యాంకులతో పాటు 13 మంది గోల్డ్ మెడల్ సాధించారు. ఒత్తిడి లేని విద్యను అందిస్తూ అటు జాతీయ స్థాయి స్పోర్ట్స్ ర్యాంకులతో పాటు ఇటు ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ర్యాంకులు సాధిస్తున్న ఏకైక విద్యా సంస్థ ఉల్లంపూర్ మాంటిసోరీ స్కూల్.